this?
Reality Check Inside America's Next Top Model premiered on February 16th, which would be Monday, and I don't want to say this came to mixed reviews. I think pretty much everyone came to the same conclusion. One, this documentary could have been an email, and two, it's interesting when people say things and don't realize they're making themselves look really a certain way.
Tyra, take one.
I haven't really said much, but now it's time.
And one thing that they really want to put a lot of emphasis on was it was a different time. The standards were much different, and they were. But what's interesting is it set out with this, I wanted to make America's Next Top Model to fight against those exact standards. But there was no fighting against. I do actually believe that this was started with good intentions. But what is the path to hell paved with? Exactly. So as they were going forward, she was reflecting on the hard time that she had in the industry, which I imagine was very difficult. She wasn't getting paid as much as other people, not getting booked as much as other people, and still not getting paid as much even when she sold more. Once the show was conceptualized in 2003, they started trying to get it into the big networks, but you gotta remember, this is the beginning of reality TV, so it wasn't an easy feat. And finally, a real stinker of a network at the time, I think they were just about to go out, was UPN, and they ended up picking up the show. But if you're gonna pick up the show, now we gotta figure out who are gonna be the judges.
So when you
Jay Alexander's story in this documentary, I was crying. Like, it actually made me cry. The way that he was treated and the way he kept saying, I was Jay Alexander. I wasn't. You are. And a side note, this is a big spoiler for the very end of it that made me cry, so scroll if you don't want to see it, but Jay actually had a stroke. He was unable to walk at the time of filming. He is able to walk a bit now, and Tyra never reached out to him. She sent him a text right before filming for these interviews started, never visited him in the hospital. It's not a good look. Now we've got this one thing, so we need to find another person to be involved that can direct photo shoots, is really good creatively, and that's where the other Jay comes in.
well, you know,
In the context of time, they do emphasize that it was a controversial casting because having two openly gay men was not really something that was done a whole lot unless that was like the specific thrust of everything, right? Because you got to remember, we're in 2003. There's not even marriage equality at this point. So the network, being what networks are, decide that they need another. The idea, we've got the show, so they start filming in a hotel. They've got basically 2 rooms in a hotel. But when they were talking about the first season, there was something that they left out. Now, they did concentrate on a couple of essays that did happen on camera that they filmed, but they left a heck of a lot out too. During season 1, during the go-sees, when Adrienne Curry is out going to the go-sees, a man grabs her, literally grabs her, tries to shove his hand up her skirt. Cameramen do nothing. She stands there crying. No one intervenes. So they kind of set the tone for this really early. Really clear that this probably wasn't actually about changing the way that the fashion industry came at things or how they saw things, because they treated the girls exactly like they would have been treated in the fashion industry, and maybe sometimes even worse. Jay Alexander said that it was one of the only moments in the documentary that I felt like someone felt truly bad for what they had done. And all of those moments came from other people, not from Tyra. When she said what had happened or she tried to explain, it came off very contrived and like she was talking to me like I was a 5-year-old. I don't know. During the time frame, outing her on national TV did carry danger. Now it still does today. It was just a little different. You got to think, in 2003, we are 6 years from the Shepard-Byrd Act, and we're only 5 years out from what happened to Matthew Shepard. So there weren't protections. Outing someone on national TV was a problem, and no matter what these people are going to try to tell you, even in 2003, we knew we were not supposed to out people. Doing something like that for TV ratings says a lot, because I'm sorry, no. We knew, I think we knew deeply since probably the 50s that if you knew that about somebody, you weren't supposed to say anything. And if they wanted to tell people, that was cool. So we're not going to take that excuse. We're going to talk about Janice Dickinson, and I saw a few people making her like the good guy in this. Sweet little baby angel cakes. No. Janice Dickinson, she has her moments of being nice when she chooses to be, but for the most part, she was pretty mean. I'll see you there, and I hope you're having a good day.